Welcome back to the lunch table, food for thought. I'm Nico Blitz. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, rate, because that's what all the YouTubers say, right? You know what I mean? I'm just trying to get on that type of shit. Very special guest in the building. I've actually known him for about 3 years or something like that.
Yeah, shit might be more than that.
It might be a little bit more than that, man. But this dude, I think he's got a lot of comparisons to like J. Cole based off the Spotify numbers and whatnot. He's from the Bay Area, Oakland, California to be exact, man.
Sir.
He goes by the name of C5. C5, what's poppin', man?
What's good, my guy?
You know, you might have actually heard his name on the new Lil Wayne Uproar song, but...
oh, man, he called it for me.
Bro, you know what's crazy was that, I typed up C5 on Apple Music, and I feel like this might fuck you up now.
I seen that, bro.
I type up C5, and they do, the new
Lil
lyric
Wayne
shit, and, the Uproar song came up. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, bro. It bumped me down for it. You feel me?
Yeah, dude. I don't know. That makes it... I feel like it makes it a little bit harder for you at that point.
Yeah, it's just... I feel like it's just motivation. But, I don't... Lil Wayne, the one that made me start rapping, so
that's true.
Can't really be mad at him for that, man. It is what it is.
So then what did make you start rapping then?
Oh, listening to Lil Wayne. That's what I'm saying.
He did.
He
did.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. So it just came full circle.
Yeah, he the reason why I'm rapping. You feel me? Used to be hella amped up off his mixtapes, and just one day I was like, man, I'm gonna give this shit a shot. You feel me? I just idolized him as an artist. Really idolize him. Yeah, he the GOAT. You
know what's crazy? I feel like growing up in the Bay Area, despite having all the hyphy stuff going on, Lil Wayne was super popping in the Bay. Because I was I used to turf dance a lot back in the day. We would dance to Lil Wayne a lot.
Yeah, for sure. Nah, he was the one, bro. But if you think about it, man, everybody be popular in the Bay. I feel like everybody but the people in the Bay. It's crazy.
Yeah, we just hype things up so crazy, and it's
we be blowing people
make
up.
Yeah. You make little ass things super poppin'. So,
facts.
Once again, man, I remember the first time I met you, it was over at Cal State LA. I think you had an interview with my boy Junior Tron.
Mm-hmm.
And shout out him, man. He's a super dope DJ. And then we just kept on seeing each other. I remember, I think the second or third time I seen you was at the Real show, and you were opening up.
Oh yeah.
You were opening up.
No. I seen you before then, and you was on a promotions team.
That's right. Yeah.
And I seen you level up, and then you was up there at the Real. Wait, at the Real, was you doing the promotions?
Yeah, I was only at promotions during the Real show.
So that's when you was doing the promotions. Now look at you, man. Yeah,
shit,
you leveled
man.
up too. Congrats on everything.
Nah, congrats, dude. Because I've seen you from the dorm flow back in Dominguez Hills up until all the newer projects that you have out right now, dude. Yeah. And it's crazy. And a whole bunch of shout outs that we're going to get into a little bit later on. But it's crazy when I know an artist for about 3-4 years and I really see the progression. Even your numbers are going up and shit. And I'm like, yo, this is fucking nuts. But it's crazy because despite for the entire time I've known you, it's we never actually sat down and had a conversation.
Facts.
So, bro, I want to get to know you a little bit more. You grew up in Oakland, California?
Yeah, Oakland, California. Yes, sir.
What was that? How was that for you, man?
I wouldn't want to be from nowhere else, man. I love my city for sure. Growing up as a young male, with living in a single mother household, I indulged in the streets, and I was lost, and but I turned my life around. I found music. I feel like music is one of the things that for sure saved me. So, I found music, man, and I just feel like I found my calling at an early age, which I was lucky. It's people older than me that still haven't found their calling, so I feel like it's a blessing that I found it that early. So,
how early we talking about?
7th grade. 7th grade. That's when I.
Damn, what is that? 13?
My first rap. Yeah, it's 13,
That's
12,
crazy.
13. Yep, made my first song. It's 12 or 13. I know I was either in the 7th or the 8th grade.
Yeah,
I made the first rap. My first song.
What was that called?
Grade. It was called Strapped Up. It was over the brown paper bag beat that DJ Khaled.
Yeah, shit, yeah.
That DJ Khaled, man. Strapped up, stacked up, better back up. Niggas think they know, but you need to get those facts up. Yeah, that's crazy.
Shit, dude. So even Strapped Up, was that a representation of what was going on in your life right at that point?
At that point in time, like I wasn't like deep in the streets or nothing like that, but you know I was like idolizing that shit or just I don't know, I don't know why we called that shit strapped up. Bro, to be honest, bro, I don't know. Maybe that's what everybody was doing at the time or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I was around it for sure. Like it was in my environment, so that's what I was rapping about.
Yeah.
And you know, not too far along the way, you feel me? I you know, fell victim to that and I got into it, but yeah.
So go through the specifics of like falling victim to the streets.
Like
for you.
Shit, like just looking up to the wrong people, you know, like got into a gang. Like we don't got like Bloods and Crips, but you know, like cliques. It was a gang though. Started carrying guns, selling drugs, stuff like that. Got locked up.
Oh shit. Crazy, man.
Yeah, it was deep.
Shit, you definitely don't seem like the type of guy.
Yeah, everybody always say that.
That's nuts, bro.
Yeah, I just look like this.
you just look like the nicest guy with like a very like chill demeanor.
Nah, for sure. I was never like a bad kid. You feel me? Like was just lost, man. I ain't have my father. My father dipped on me. We good now though, but he dipped on me at the time when I feel like I was a teenager. I really needed him there, so. Yeah, that happened, and I was just in the streets, like, looking up to the wrong people. Me and Miles was getting into it, you know, kicked me out, and I was just really out there, you feel me? So,
dude. Yeah. That's nuts. So then you had no guidance growing up, not really.
Nah, for sure I got my mom did a
well, I mean, like I guess like a male figure to like show you like the ropes.
Didn't have a male figure, you feel me? Like all my like, I had hella aunties. You feel me? Like my uncle, the one like male in the family.
Yeah.
He passed away, so it was just me and just a bunch of females. It was just me and my little brother and a bunch of females.
Okay. Yeah. See, so that's interesting because I actually grew up in a very similar way. Like, there's not too many males in my family, so I grew up with like my aunties and like my older female cousins. And I guess whenever I look back at those moments, I grew up thinking like, damn, like I think as a male, I grew with a little bit more like emotion to me.
Yeah.
Do you feel the same way like that happened to you?
I'm for sure emotional. I'm for sure emotional person. For sure, man. Nah, gotta be. I mean, I don't think it's a bad thing though.
Oh, no, definitely not.
Yeah. Definitely works out with the ladies.
It really does.
real.
No, well, because like whenever I listen to some of your tracks, you be shouting out like a couple females. I'm like, damn, man, this guy be like... You be talking about like hella females on his track.
Oh yeah, man. I love the ladies, man. Gotta respect the ladies forever. Shout out to the ladies.
For sure. I mean, aside from the female aspect of things, like how has, I guess, being the emotional guy like helped like shape you?
Being emotional, how's it shape me? I just feel like people know I'm emotional, so people know like that I appreciate them. You feel me? Like if I love you, man, I'm gonna say I love you. You know, like whether you say it back or not. I know some people don't say it back because they didn't have that affection in their life. Like my mom's always told me like, you know, I love you. Like every time we get off the phone, every time I'm leaving her, she like, I love you. So that you know, translated to me, and that's just how I am, man. But I feel like it's dope. You know, like my peoples know I really appreciate them. Yeah. I feel like I don't know. I feel like vulnerability is a great thing.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
That's what people latch onto nowadays, you know what I mean? Like, because, you know, growing up, especially watching the news or, like, seeing interviews, people would just be so broad and so closed-minded. But now I feel like in order for somebody to really latch onto you as an artist, you need to be vulnerable and you need to expose yourself.
Facts. And I feel like on this last, these last two projects, I kind of, like, strayed away from that. You know, I feel like I got kind of caught up in like making a hit, you know, and I kind of strayed away from like my vulnerable side, like the dorm flow. I'm really vulnerable, like you know, I love like I'm a loving person. I love like doing those love songs for the ladies, or just talking about my life experiences on songs, or family issues, or just stuff like that. And I feel like I kind of strayed away on these last two projects trying to find a hit. But now, you know, I caught that, and now I'm like getting back into it.
I feel you.
I made a crazy track last night. That shit was fire.
Why did you feel like you needed to like go for like the hits though?
Man, I just feel like I've been I don't know, like at first it was like, all right, let's add a couple hits in there, because my shit was just hella chill. So then I was like, I got with my management. They was like, all right, this is cool. We love what you're doing, but we need something for the radio or something like that.
You, yeah.
And then I just felt like I got too into it, like.
You overdid it with like trying to get like more and more hits on one project.
Yeah, I just kind of like forgot about what I was doing before. I was just so hungry to get a hit and get on. Like, I've been doing this for a long time, you know. So it was like, damn, what do I need to do? I was just trying to do whatever it took to get me recognized, you know, like get the people on it.
I feel you. From my perspective, at least, I feel like it was the Young T.O. record that really popped off. Which record were you keeping in mind, like, oh, this is going to be the hit, this is going to be the hit?
Oh, for the last project?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I thought Used To was going to be the hit.
Yeah.
Used To, Start Some. Used To, Start Some. I thought Good Taste was a hit. Yeah. Every Day, I didn't think that was a hit, really. to be honest, like I thought it was all right, but I didn't think it was a hit at first. Yeah.
Why not?
I don't know, man. I just was so stuck on them other songs. I'd be like, yeah, I got this, but I want you to hear this. You know? Yeah. I just believed in the other songs more, but not Every Day for sure is a hit. Like, it's grown. I love that song.
Yeah,
I love performing it too.
I feel like you know. You remember like when J. Cole first came out with Sideline Story? Like he like really pushed Workout, and then everyone was like, damn, like we kind of wanted like mixtape Cole back. You know what I mean? Like with like the warm up type of shit, and then he just kept on going with like trying to like reach the hits. And then it wasn't until 2014 Forest Hills Drive where everyone was like,
as hard as out.
Yeah, exactly. And then everyone was like, yo, like this is the type of J. Cole that we're trying to get to. Do you feel like your journey is kind of like going in that route? Like you had your dorm flow shit, and then currently you're chasing the hits, and now what? Do you feel like you're trying to get back to like channeling your dorm flow?
Yeah, I'm trying to find a medium at this point now. Yeah, because I feel like on the scale, I'm just in the hits. I'm trying to find a middle ground. Yeah, because like on the last project, it was like. You know, I had some joints where I do like my old C5 stuff, but not enough. Not enough. I feel like I could be more vulnerable. Yeah, I
feel you. So I feel like for like the new people like listening right now, like I think people might be interested in what exactly like not the old C5, but the dorm flow C5 was like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like I know you went to Dominguez Hills, and that's where dorm flow started, but I don't really know the story behind.
Okay, I got
all of it, yeah.
All right, so basically, graduated high school from Berkeley High, went straight to Dominguez Hills. Barely got in. Like that was like the only school I got into.
Real?
Yeah.
Shit.
That was like the only school I got into. So I went to Dominguez, and I'm in LA. Like I don't know nobody out here. So I'm just to myself. I just go to class and just go back to my dorm and just record. So I was just recording just in my dorm all the time. And then I had enough songs, you feel me? I had a substantial amount of songs that I could rule out and just, condense it down to a project. And I was just like, I didn't have a name. I was literally I remember I was just sitting at my desk like this, and I text up Hef. He like my ear. That's my dog. I text up Hef. I was like, bro, I'm gonna name this shit Dorm Flow. Like, didn't think nothing of it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna name this shit Dorm. I'm in the dorm flowing, like. And he was like, that's dope. So I named it Dorm Flow. The project came out. And so like I used to be a custodian. Like that was my job at my school at the time in the union. So I'd be like pushing my custodian thing through the union. I got a bunch of like CDs pressed, like 500 CDs pressed sent to me. And I just like take my CDs with me to work, and I be pushing, check my music out. Like check my music out, real shit.
Oh shit!
And so yeah, like time would pass by, and then people like really check it out, and they come back to me like, bruh, like shit was fire. You feel me? And that's kind of how I acquired like all my friends on campus. So then after that, somebody reached out to me about doing some shirts, and I was like, all right, like. It's
Fuck
good.
It, yeah.
I was not like business minded at all then, you feel me? Like I was just worried about pushing my music up. But he was like, do some shirts. I was like, all right, let's do it. So my boy Dylan, we did the shirts, and bro, everybody was on the shirts. Boy, them things is flying crazy, like bro. Hot cakes, man. I swear, like the students was wearing them, the staff, the president, bro, like the dean, bro. Everybody's on the shirts, and then it got to a point I was like, all right, I start they start booking me on campus, like for shows and shit. Yeah, like they start booking me on campus. You feel me? So I'm like, all right, I'm doing all the big shows. Like I'm bringing more of a crowd than the headliners, and then they start making me the headliner. And I'm like, I go to the bookstore, I push the issue, like, you know, what I got to do to get my stuff in here? Oh, they like, you got to be a vendor. I'm like, okay. I register to be a vendor, you feel me? And I'm like, I'm going up there every day, just bothering them. Yeah. And I finally got them things in there, man. And they was selling them at the store.
That's ill, dude. So then you really crazy. Had
first student to ever do that.
No, I mean I could tell like that's some amazing shit for you to do. Damn, you know that kind of reminds me of similarly. It kind of reminds me of like Chris O'Bannon's story. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like he's at you guys kind of like reverse the roles now that I think about it. He's from Compton, then he moved out to like San Francisco to go to San Francisco State and shit. And he was finessing like doing all the shows over there too. But it seemed like he had a team. It seemed like for you were just like one man banding it and just trying to figure this shit out, bruh.
Bro, I literally just got a team like maybe 2 years ago. Yeah, never had it.
Holy shit.
Well, I had a team. Well, I kind of cultivated a team. You feel me? Like when you say team, when I'm saying team, I mean I had some producers. I gained all that though, like by myself though. You feel me? Like just putting music out and people hit me up or I just meet people and then, you know, it'll go. But like for a long time I was just doing this by myself for sure, bro.
That's nuts, bro. Sure. So then even the producers for Dorm Flow, because you had like a couple producers on there.
Yeah, I had a couple, but a lot of those beats was like YouTube beats.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of them was YouTube and then some was just regular instrumentals.
Yeah. See, that's even more interesting because for you to, I guess, curate a sound just from the internet, you know, like, oh, this beat sounds like something I would rap on and vice versa. Like, yeah, it's crazy knowing that you just grabbed hella beats, put it on a tape, and then people were still fucking with it despite not having somebody who was sitting down with you, like, making all this shit.
Yeah, nah, I ain't had no producers and I didn't have no money for no beats. So I just had to, find a way.
Yeah, and it's very interesting how, damn, you're kind of like a legend over at Dominguez Hills, then.
Facts, bro. Legend, bro, for sure. They need to put a little statue of me up there.
I feel you. Who were you like opening up for over at Dominguez Hills? Do you remember?
At Dominguez?
Yeah.
They weren't bringing any like big names there. Yeah,
okay.
But when I was at Dominguez, like I opened up for people at like the observatory. So I know I did Nipsey Hussle. I opened up for Boogie. Who else I know? Dizzy Wright.
Oh, shit.
I did that when I was in college. Who else? It was a bunch of people I was opening up for. But now, like, I didn't open up for like Chance. I didn't open up for.
Oh shit! You opened up for Chance
at the real show. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Nah, shit, I hella forgot.
Yeah. Everybody that was on the real show. Snoop. I opened up for Snoop. I didn't open up for a lot of artists, man. Like, it's crazy.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, 21 Savage, Uzi. It's all in my bio.
What was like your favorite night from opening up from somebody?
Oh, probably like Warren G. I ain't gonna lie.
Really?
Warren G in San Diego at the observatory, boy, they treat you good, bro. Like, bro, they brought me back to the room, bro. They got all the homies like bottles and food for free, and that crowd was crazy, bro. I fucks with San Diego the long way, bro. I got to get back out there, and I would say San Diego observatory, Warren G, because they treated me like a star.
For sure.
That was the first time I really felt like a star.
That's ill, dude.
Yeah.
But even like, damn, that's crazy because, aside from like the free bottles and shit, I feel like it's much more different when you have a crowd who's totally unfamiliar to you, like hella like cheering you on and shit and like really fucking with your shit.
Yeah.
You got that energy, huh?
Oh, for sure. They was rocking, bro. Like it's a whole different ball game when the crowd is like receptive, for sure.
Yeah.
But even when they not though, you got to still put on a show. For sure.
So then
you can't let the crowd discourage you. You feel me? Yeah.
So then have you had like a dull night like that?
For sure. Like where the crowd was a hard crowd. For sure. I never got booed or nothing, but like a hard crowd for sure. You just gotta rock out. You gotta go in your own world.
Shit, what night was that?
It's been plenty of nights,
Plenty?
bro.
Okay.
Or they'd just be like, okay, you feel me? Like they'd be hella cool, you know, like we don't know this artist. Or it'd be like them couple people in the crowd. I'd be like, I fucks with you, yeah. But it been plenty times, you feel me? I just did a show for the homie Vale in Oakland, not too long ago, and like that crowd wasn't really like. They was listening, but they wasn't like Oakland is a hard crowd, bro. So like they the type that they'll fuck with you, but when you get off stage, that shit was dope. Like under the table, like that shit was dope. You feel me? Like everybody be too cool. Yeah, you got to have a name. Yeah.
So then, how do you like? Because I don't think I'd ever have the balls to like go up and perform some shit anymore. Like, so then how do you manage to deal with the stress that comes with these people don't look like they're fucking with me right now.
Oh shit! I mean, I believe in my music, so I don't really let that bother me. Really, I know what I got. You feel me? So it is what it is. I know if they don't like it, somebody else will.
Yeah, it's like fuck it. You just got confidence at that point.
For sure. Yeah, you just gotta still do you at the end of the day.
I feel you. Speaking of Oakland, man, Oakland is actually home to plenty of people. Like, people don't know this shit. Like, Mistah FAB's from there, one of the people who really hold down the Bay, like, so tough from day one. Right. And also Sway Calloway. And it was crazy because, like, I was listening to a Mistah FAB interview with Sway. Yeah. And Mistah FAB was like, oh, you know, shouts to all the Bay rappers out there, and he mentioned fucking C5, and I was like, oh shit, he's in here, he's fucking in here, man.
Yeah, that was crazy, that was big.
How'd that feel for you, bro?
Oh man, it felt dope, bro. Fab a legend, bro. So for him to mention my name in the Sway interview, like that was dope. But let me know, like, all right, like I'm making progress, like you know, we going upwards. So yeah, that was dope, bro, for sure.
Well, because I know you have a song with Fab. Was it Bread Now?
Yeah, Bread
Now. And so then even how that relationship formed?
Oh, so Fab, yeah, I didn't even meet him on no music. Like he was messing with my big homie in the streets on the music. So my big homie in the streets, he was like he was an artist, like dope artist. And Fab was, you know, they was working together, and I was just a little homie just there. You feel me? Like, you know, I'd be in the street or come to the studio or whatever. Like, you feel me? I wasn't rapping with them or nothing like that. I was just, you know, there. And he just seen me like as a youngin', and we kind of just built the relationship that way. He seen me start doing my own thing, and he just started lending his hand for help. Yeah, basically that's how that happened.
That's ill.
So it was real organic. Yeah.
That's cool, man. Because every time I've ran into Fat, well, I mean, I've only run into like once, but like, you know what I mean? Like, he just seems like a cool, genuine cat.
He always got good energy, bro. Always got good energy.
What's some type of shit that you've learned from Fab from just knowing him for like, what, maybe like a year now or so?
No, I've been knowing him since I was
for a minute.
Yeah, since I was maybe like 16, bro. 16, 17.
So you've been working with a living legend for a while now. That's
I ain't been working with him. I've been knowing him,
Yeah,
but not working with him, but knowing him for a long time. But, man, bro, you know, just like don't take nothing personal. I learned a lot from bro. Like, shit.
See, even that must be hard. Like, not to take anything personal since you grew up, you know, around a lot of women, and you became a little bit more emotional as you were growing up.
Oh, trust me, I got my trials and tribulations, bro. Like when I first came in this shit, I was taking shit personal. Yeah, like on Dorm Flow, I actually dissed the Thizzler. Like
what?
Yeah, I send my music to them all the time, right? And then never like post my shit, so I was like, "Fuck it!" Like I'm a diss him. You feel me? Like I threw it. I said like I didn't do like a whole diss. It was like I gave him one line, but I dissed him, and it's funny, right? Because they didn't hear it. But so Fab, it's funny that we talking about Fab. Fab like brought it to their attention, like, bro, check out C5, like, you know, like fuck with him. And so he pull up the song that I dissed him on,
God.
Bro. So this is their first introduction to me, right? And he pull up the song I dissed him on, and then he didn't even know I dissed him. But the dude was like, he just dissed us. Matt over at Thizzler, shout out Matt. He was like, he just dissed us. And then I told him I was young and you feel me, young and dumb. And we squashed shit, and they started fucking with me, man. Yeah, shout out to Thizzler.
Right, shout out to Thizzler, man.
You're probably like, funny, bro.
You're like, bro, Thizzler, don't take this shit too personal.
Facts, man. But I used to take a lot of shit personal, but now, like, you know, I've grown and see, like, you can't take this shit personal, man. You gotta. Yeah, just check it up, bro.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Can't
bro.
take nothing personal, man. It's gonna hold you back. It's wasted energy. It's wasted energy, man.
I mean, aside from like that point, was there like moments where you took shit like too personal and like you felt like it really
somebody
held you back?
like maybe like I'm reaching out to a rapper and he don't hit me back, or shit, maybe Fab didn't let me on the track or something. Like that didn't happen, but just little shit like that. Yeah,
I feel you, man. Yeah, because it's hard knowing that, like, because I think whenever it's situations like that, I come to realize, like, damn, like, I'm a very busy person myself. And
exactly.
It's like, you know what
now
I mean?
being busy, I understand. You feel me? Yeah, I'd be mad like somebody shaded me off or something. Like now I just be like, it's all good. Table's always gonna turn, man. Always gonna turn.
Always.
So
man.
yeah, I treat everybody equally. No matter where you at or what your status is. You gotta treat everybody equally, man, because you never know.
Yeah, for sure. Because the way I look at things now, because I get a lot of people who hit me up like, oh, I got like 50K on Instagram. I got like 60K, 100K, and just like, okay, but where's the music?
Yeah,
Show me
right.
the fucking music, right? And like full disclosure, I fucking listen to everybody's music that they send me. Like, if I listen to this shit, and I don't care if you have like 600, 500 followers, it's like, bro, if your shit's tight,
right.
like fucking get over here because I need you right now, bro.
I fuck with that.
You know what I mean? Like, but I think the idea of like you see people's social status, it's like it fucks with people's brains so much,
Yeah, nah, facts. That's all people care about. You feel me?
Yeah.
Even like the labels, like it's
really
the number. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Bro. Like social media is everything. If you don't got no social media, people ain't. Yeah.
But you're what? You're independent right now?
Yo, independent. Yo.
Shit. So then, how's that grind been for you? Because I know like hella independent artists I talk to, like they're always struggling with like I need this, I need that.
Yeah, beautiful struggle. I say. You feel me? Like, it's hard for sure, but I feel like I don't know. Like it's gonna make me appreciate it more when I get to where I'm going. Like the struggle it's gonna make me appreciate it more, bro. Yeah, and it's gonna ground me for when I do get there, so I can stay there. I feel like it's taking me longer because like when I do get in the door, like it's over. Like it's over. Like if they crack that motherfucker open a little bit, like I'm gonna knock that motherfucker down, bro. And it's over, bro. I'm gonna be here a long time.
Yeah.
So I know that's why it's taking me longer to get to where I'm going. I feel like.
And now it's making sense to me that you released a project called Be Patient.
Be patient, yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of artists don't understand that patience really is the virtue when it comes to hip-hop especially. Because I tell people all the time, the faster you get in the door is the faster you come out of the door, too.
Facts. Yeah. Right now, I'm building a foundation for when I do get there. Like, all right, like, say I do get that hit. People got shit they can go back to. They got Overdue. They got Be Patient. They got Dorm Flow 2. They got Dorm Flow. You feel me? Like I have a catalog. You feel me? So
and you got all those freestyles on YouTube too.
hella
freestyles, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop another one this week.
Really?
Yes, sir.
I
got on that Kodak.
Oh, the ZZ song or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nah. Well, I'm gonna do that one, but I got on that. If I'm lying, I'm flying. I don't know if you heard that.
I haven't heard that one. Yeah, I don't listen to Kodak too much.
Like, Kodak, that's my favorite rapper right now, bro.
For real?
Yeah. Shout out Kodak, man. Yeah.
What the fuck? Okay, so
that's
now
my
you gotta
favorite young rapper. Right
you gotta
now,
break that shit down. I don't get that because then my boy Bootleg Kev really fucks with Kodak Black, and I'm just like, I mean, he has cool hits, but like from your perspective, what is it about Kodak?
Bro, he like, right, he just talk about like shit that relate to me. You feel me? Like he be talking about some. If you listen to his music, he really saying something. You feel me? And he got a little swag to him, and I like that he don't give a fuck. I wish he would like stay out of trouble, but yeah, I'll be rooting for Kodak for sure. Bro.
Well, the relatability aspect between you and Kodak, like where is that on terms of like mutual ground? Like what is it that he talks about that you can relate to?
Shit, like coming from the streets, homies like that didn't have his best interest. You feel me? He saying some real shit, bro.
Okay, so now we're getting into it, man. Like homies that didn't have your best interest. Break that shit down.
Or just homies that they wasn't they like what's the word? Like we just went two different roads, like As far as like
you ever been fucked over by one of your homies in the past?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I've been backstabbed before. Yeah, especially in this industry, bro. Like, yeah, definitely, bro. Like, man, this industry shady. That's what I learned too,
shady.
Man. It's shady, and it be a lot of fake shit going on, a lot of politics. But yeah, but not for sure. And had like some homies like betray me, or just switch up on me. For sure, that's in life. I'm sure like a lot of people have. But yeah,
how have those situations like helped you though?
Made me more like on my guard, and like, I mean, I got a guard. I'm more better judgment and character now. You feel me? Like, and I don't just let somebody in like just so quick. Like, you know, like I pick apart the layers before I be like, oh, he good. You feel me? Yeah.
I feel you. So it's like I feel like your situation's like hella. It's hella particular because like I feel like you go through a lot of like mental battles with yourself. You know what I mean? Because and it all stems back from the fact that you grew up with a lot of women in your house. Because it's like I feel like me also being an emotional person, I have to be able to really trust somebody in order to like share some shit, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, shit, you've been backstabbed. You grew up in the streets. And you're also working in like one of the shadiest businesses in the world. Like, I can't imagine how difficult that. And you're also battling with the idea of being like independent versus like, you know, like signing right away or some shit. Like, I feel like that shit like is hella difficult for somebody like you.
It's difficult to
like it's difficult to like manage all that shit. I don't know how you do it.
Yeah, shit, man. Me neither. God, man. Give it all to God, man. But yeah, nah, man. I feel like you know my background and how I grew up. You know, it makes me it makes me move. The way I move is because of that. You know, like the way I was raised, the way I grew up. And I feel like it helped me, you know, like being street and book smart in this industry and just in life, period. Yeah, so I don't regret nothing I went through. You feel me? I feel like it made me the person I am today for sure.
That's what's up, man. Yeah. That's the type of shit I fuck with. You never forget about the past, man, because I don't know what E40 song it was, but he's always saying like, you know, just be loyal to your soil.
Nah, you got to.
Like 100%. Yo, so also another thing I want to talk about too, because you went to Dominguez Hills, I feel like a lot of people want to go like the LeBron James route or the Kobe Bryant route when it comes to music, you feel me?
Oh, just go straight to
just go like, yo, like for some people it works and they just go straight to the music like when they're like, I don't know, 15, 16. How has college like helped shape your mindset and like your thoughts on like music?
Oh, man, I feel like college is like one of the best platforms like for me to get my music out. School in general, like high school, like high school is like a good ass market for music. But yeah, college, like that was like my platform. You feel me? It's a bunch of these like-minded people around me. I know they all listen to music.
Yeah,
you know, I can get involved, and I got involved in all these organizations, and you know, I was in their face, you know, telling them about my music. You feel me? Promoting myself. So I feel like it was the best. It was the best place to be. And then my degree is in digital media arts. So which made me more sufficient in my career. Like if I need to, I can go into Photoshop and do some artwork. If I need to, I could build a website. If I need to, I could engineer myself. You know. So,
yeah.
So yeah.
So you made yourself like a little bit more well-rounded in that sense.
Yeah, exactly. Cut the middleman.
Exactly.
As much as I can, yeah.
But
sure.
I feel like that's another thing you have to have as an independent artist, though, because like, ain't none of us making like dumb money right now. You feel me?
Facts.
And it's like to get somebody. Let's say you wanted to grab like a graphic designer, right? I know old boy. He charges like maybe $400, $500 just for a cover.
Yeah, I didn't have that. I didn't have that, boy. 400, that was woo.
Fuck all that. I was like, yo, like your shit's tight, but it's like I would not pay for that type of shit. At least for like the position I'm in right now, you feel me?
Yeah, right.
But it's like I feel like as an independent artist, you really need to dabble into a lot of things up until people really notice your grind and are like, yo, like C5 is doing some dope ass shit right now. Like, let me just help him out.
Yeah.
Have you gotten people like that? Who just like willingly want to?
Oh,
like,
for
help
sure.
you
And I love those people. You feel me? Like I read Charlemagne's book, and it's a section in there where he talks about like be willing to work for free. You know, like that could take you like endless, like that creates endless amount of opportunity. I feel like, you feel me, working for free, like homegrown. You feel me? I was an intern. You feel me? And I went over like I was already done with it, but I kept going because like. Yeah, just to get that experience, meet them, like build them relationships. Like if you just throwing out $1 all the time, like or thirsty for $1, like I don't feel like that's effective. You know, like I just feel like you gotta try to see the bigger picture sometimes. You feel me? And that's what I be telling like my cameraman or something. Like bro, like. Work with let's build and not let's just make this a one-time thing. Like let's build, you feel me? Like I can't break you off now, but when we get there, like when I get there, I'm a fuck with you if you fuck with me. Shit. Yeah, so yeah, man, I feel like wait, what was the question?
I mean, you were getting into it, bro. Like you were really getting into
real.
it because it's like I feel the same way, bro. Like I be telling a lot of people who, like, you know, I work for iHeart. And I'd be telling all the new people, like, they be asking me, like, oh, how'd you become, like, the producer of, like, you know, Bootleg Kev, DJ Head? And I'm just like, honestly, bro, like, all I did was, after work, I walked my ass upstairs. I'm just fucking talking to people, networking and shit. And people, you know, I just did shit for free, the same way you were doing shit for, like, homegrown radio and whatnot.
Facts.
What were you learning, like, during that process of doing all, like, the free shit for homegrown? What exactly were you learning, like, through them?
How radio worked. I didn't have no clue how radio worked, for one. So I didn't know nothing about radio. Shit, I learned a lot out there, man. Just how to talk to people, how to build, you know, just building relationships. You know, Head be going in all the time. He be dropping gems all the time. So, man, I learned a lot up there for sure. But, yeah, man.
Well, something you learned from them that you still, like, take with yourself, like, to this day.
I'm real bad off the top, bro. My bad.
It's all good, bro. We got time. Yeah. We got nothing but time.
Something I learned from take with me today. Shit, just I would say just sustaining those relationships, bro, and staying down. Oh yeah, staying down. Like being patient. Like they was patient, bro. Like homegrown they came a long way. Like I seen them when they got brought on to the real. You feel me?
Yeah.
So just seeing that, you feel me? Like they just kept putting in work. They didn't stop, bro. And that shit paid off, bro. So that's definitely one thing, bro. Stay down and just keep faith in the dream, bro.
Well, something like seeing homegrown radio getting onto a platform like Real 92.3, was it kind of eye-opening for you knowing that, like, damn, like, if they could do some shit like that, you could do some shit like that?
For sure, bro. That shit was hella motivational, bro, like, for sure. Because they've been putting in work for years. I've been putting in work for years. So I know this shit, like, as long as I stay consistent, it's going to pay off, bro, for sure.
Yeah, bro, the patience is definitely a virtue on that, man.
It's hard, but, you know, you gotta hang in there.
The success is long overdue for you, man, because I really think you can make it far, especially coming from the Bay Area. There's not a lot of, like, straight-up MCs like yourself, bro. So that's why I feel like you really stand out in terms of, like, not only from, like, Bay Area artists, but you actually have a message, man.
Yeah.
You really have a message. At the end of the day, like, what's the goal for you?
Oh, man, I'm trying to get to that. I got to speak it into existence. I'm going to get to that Drake tier.
Okay.
Yeah, like, that's the goal, bro.
Shit, 7 shows at Staples Center.
Right,
now.
right, yeah, for real, on everything, bro.
Yeah.
That's who I, like, when I look at an artist or something, like, that's who I look up to. Like, all right, I want to be, like, not I'm going to be myself, but, you know, like the status, the caliber of an artist. You feel me? Like I want to be like a A-list artist for sure, bro. Yeah, and I feel like I'm gonna be the biggest one out the Bay, bro. I want to be the biggest thing to ever come out the Bay.
There we fucking
biggest
go.
Rapper for real, for sure.
There we fucking
ever come out the Bay, bro. That's the
I
goal.
fuck with that, man. I believe in you too. I believe in you, bro. I believe in you. Yo, C5, man. C5, where can they find you on like Instagram, Twitter, and all that?
At official C5 on everything, man.
Yay!
It took a long time to get there, man. Like I used to be like at official C5 on Instagram, at C5 on Twitter. Yeah, I used to have different handles. But
You
now
have to get all the ducks aligned and shit. Good
yeah,
shit, man.
All the handles the same now. And shout out my guy, man. Let me touch myself
yeah,
up,
man. Yo,
hey,
like right
real.
before this shit started, he was like, bro, let me use your restroom because I need to, sharpen the shit up really quick. Hey.
Yeah, I couldn't come on here looking scruffy, man. Nah, for real. Good looking on that.
Yo, C5, this conversation's long overdue. By the way, Overdue's on like Apple Music, Spotify, and all that too.
Yeah, Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, Amazon, Deezer, whatever it's called, SoundCloud, yeah, all of them.
Last thing, man. Any new projects coming out?
Yeah, I'm working on something for the winter. Yeah. I'm gonna get back in that Dorm Flow 2 vibe for sure, or Dorm Flow vibe. Yeah, for the winter, man. Gotta hit them with something for the winter for sure.
It's already fall, so it ain't too far away.
Yeah.
This is the lunch table. I'm Nico Blitz, C5, Yay area, LA, a whole everything else. Yeah, we are out, man. Peace.